Let us pray. Almighty God, the creator and ruler of heaven and earth, we beseech thee to inspire and guide all our actions so that we may always walk in the path of justice, love, and charity to one another. Help us with thy grace to do only those things that will promote the unity, peace, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria in general and Lagos State in particular. Amen. Good afternoon, distinguished colleagues. You are all welcome to today's sitting. Can we quickly go through the votes and proceedings of Monday, 4th Monday, 28 January 2019. Page 834, 835. I have examined the votes and proceedings of Monday, 28 January 2019, and I provide here granted. The votes and proceedings of Monday, 4th February 2019. Page 836. Honorable Osho.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning, good afternoon, colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I craved your indulgence yesterday to attend the visitation of the Vice President of the Federal Government of Nigeria to my constituency. So I'm surprised my name is under absence.
Mr. Kwa, please take note.
Thank you, sir.
837. Honorable Lowo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the same vein, I told you on Friday that we'll be having Honorable Oshinawa visitation to Shimodo.
Thank you, Mr. Clark, please, and include Honorable Godimo as well. I have examined the votes and proceedings of Monday, 4th February 2019, and approval is here granted. Any message from the governor?
Right, Honorable Speaker, sir. Distinguished honorable members, there is no message from His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, sir.
Any other announcements?
No announcement, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Petitions?
None, Mr. Speaker,
Matter
sir.
of urgent public importance, personal explanation, reports. Majority Leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, you will recall that by the resolution of this House at the sitting before the last, 11-man committee was constituted by the House with the terms of reference of looking into the alleged infractions in the 2018 budget, as well as comment and pleas by Lagosians that visited the House, urging us to maintain calmness and peace and allowing amicable resolutions of the issues as between the executive and the legislature. Upon the Constitution and the mandate, the House proceeded to invite the Commissioner for Finance, Commissioner for Budget, the Attorney General, the Deputy Governor, as well as the Governor. I wish to report back that we were able to take the 3 commissioners mentioned as well as the Deputy Governor. After which, of course, we all know the development. And as a result of that, Mr. Speaker, I wish to say that in respect of the recent development, the activities and proceeding of that committee be rendered to cease sine die, unless the House may decide subsequently. So, Mr. Speaker, that is the report.
I did not get the last
Sorry?
part of your report, unless the House does what?
I said that the activities of the committee should cease sine die unless the House otherwise decides. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, thank you, Majority Leader. I agree with you that the activities of the committee has been suspended sine die, which means, so we'll get back to that. Well, business of the day. Let me quickly recognize the presence of our party leaders here in LSHA with us. We have Alhaji Rabiu Olua, member GAC. You are you may be seated. Welcome, Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode. With us, we have Chief M.A. Taiwo, member of GAC Lagos State. You are welcome, sir. Asiwaju Olorunfunmi Basharun, member GAC. Prince T.O. Lucy, member GAC. You are welcome, sir. Honorable Tunde Balogun, Chairman APC Lagos State. You are welcome, sir. Dr. Oluyomi Fini, member GAC. You are welcome, sir. Omoba Olumuyiwa Sosanya, member GAC. You are welcome, sir. With us, we also have the Deputy Governor of the state, Dr. Idiaz Adebule, member of Lagos State Executive Council, body of permanent secretaries, gentlemen of the press, you are all welcome. Yeah, today we have His Excellency in our midst to present and lay the budget of year 2019. Majority Leader, can we go ahead?
The Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, As earlier mentioned by the Speaker, we have the Governor and other members of his cabinet in the House, as well as leaders of nodes in the state. As the Governor will be presenting his budget, Mr. Speaker, may I humbly move that Section 114 of the rules of the House that allow strangers to participate in the activities, deliberation of the House be activated. I so move.
Honorable Ogundimu.
I rise to second the motion as moved.
All in favor say aye. Those against, no. The ayes have it. Let me also recognize one of our own from Agege, Professor Tunde Samuel. We thank you for coming. Member of GSA and Alaji Taiwo, you are all welcome. We thank you for coming. Your Excellency, over to you.
Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Assembly, Deputy Speaker, and all the honorable members of this House, the GAC members here, our party chairman, members of the State Executive Council, Board of Permanent Secretaries, distinguished guests. In the last 3 years, I have had the honor of presenting the budget of our state to this hallowed chamber, and each time I have come with the enthusiasm and energy to meet our partners in the continuous work for the progress and development of our state. It is with the same enthusiasm that I am here again today to present the year 2019 budget. Each time I have come here, we have been accorded a very warm and cordial reception by this honorable house. And for this, we are very grateful. This house has been a solid partner in progress, and none of the achievements recorded in our state in the past 3.5 years could have been possible without the support and cooperation of this 8th Assembly. Right Honorable Speaker, I've been very privileged to have worked with this House, and there's no bill we have brought forward that has not been given favorable consideration. That is the secret of the success of Lagos State. The cooperation between the different arms of government and our unity of purpose to make life better for all our people. From the inception of this administration, we focused our attention on 9 core function groups, which are a reflection of our priorities and the needs assessment of the citizenry. These areas include security, transport, traffic management, economy, including tourism and agriculture, housing, education, health, infrastructure, social and physical, water, and wealth creation. Our massive investment in a whole lot of the projects in these areas attests to the fact that the only way forward for Lagos is to continue to go on that trajectory so that we can grow the GDP of this state. In the outgoing year, however, we experienced a reduction in our revenue projections, which affected our projected performance and our desired implementation of the year 2018 budget. The overall budget performance as at November 2018 stood at 60%, which is 574.20 billion, with actual cumulative total revenue of 530.1 billion, which is 64%. Capital expenditure closed at 311 billion, 47%, and recurrent expenditure performed 262.2 billion, 82%. In preparing the year 2019 budget, therefore, we were very mindful of the outgoing year performance, the yearnings of our people, and the fact that we're going into an election year. Consequently, we are today presenting a budget that will be all-encompassing reflect the level of resources that will be available, and with special consideration to the complexion of major ongoing projects in the state. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, with a priority on completion of major infrastructure projects and smooth transition to the next administration, we are happy to propose a year 2019 budget of 852.316 billion, including a deficit financing of 77 billion, which is expected to be sourced from internal loans and other sources. Consequently, the 2019 budget is projected to consolidate on the economic gains made so far by capitalizing on realistic budget-friendly programs and projects. This proposed budget has the following key components: recurrent expenditure, 389.56 billion, capital expenditure, 462.7 billion, and then the capital recurrent ratio is 54 to 46. The projected total revenue for year 2019 is 775.2 billion, of which 606.29 billion is expected to be generated internally. 168.9 billion is expected from federal reserves, federal transfers, while a total of 77 billion will be sourced through deficit financing within our medium-term expenditure framework. In 2019, as well with our previous budgets, economic affairs still dominates the sectoral allocation of the proposed budget. This is due to our continuous focus on the completion of major ongoing projects, such as Oshodi Murtala Mohammed International Airport Road, Agege Pen Cinema Flyover, Phase 2 of Aradagun Iworo Ekpeme Road, Oshodi Interchange Terminal, completion of the JK Randu Complex, Onikon Stadium, Immortal Rice Mill, renovation and furnishing of the Lagos Revenue House, amongst others, in order to meet their specified deliverable outcomes without any bias or prejudice to others. We are confident that the revenues of the state will improve this year by consolidating on the already established public financial management and technology-driven revenue reforms through data integration and use of multi-payment channels. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the year 2019 budget has been carefully planned to accommodate all and sundry: women, youth, physically challenged, young and old. We will continue to spread development to all parts of our state, even as we embark on effective transition, knowing full well that the implementation of the failure or success of this budget depend on all of us. Before I round up this speech, I want to appreciate the influence, support, and advocacy of our royal fathers and religious leaders and all the GSC members here present, the cooperation of members of the business community, professional bodies, development partners, the NGOs, and then the great public servants, all residents of our state, and members of the fourth realm, for their various support and contribution during the lifespan of our administration. We could not have achieved this much without you. I again salute the Right Honorable Speaker and all the honorable members for their contributions on allied support and cooperation accorded to this administration in ensuring that governance in Lagos is not only peaceful, but devoid of rancor and agitation. Thank you for making it easy for us to serve. Thank you for unflinching support in the last 3.5 years. As we go into the elections, I wish you all great successes across the state. It is Wajik Mileko, Jawalogun. God bless you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. May I invite you to lay your budget before the House. distinguished guests, permit me to adopt my roll call as the protocol. Over the last few weeks, the issue of Lagos State year 2019 budget has been on the front burner of public discussion. Today, we have the Governor, His Excellency, Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, in our midst to present the budget. We thank meaningful Lagosians, Nigerians, who have been calling to ensure that peace reign in Lagos, as well as a quick presentation of the budget. In the same vein, I would like to appreciate the following people who made frantic efforts to intervene in this issue, such as Obarili One Nakiolu, Alhaji Musliu Smith, member of GAC, members of Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures of Nigeria, the Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, and particularly our party national leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for their concerted efforts towards ensuring that peace reigns supreme among all the three arms of government in Lagos State. Ladies and gentlemen, the role of budget in economy and its essence are key, as provided in 1999 Constitution, as amended in Section 121, stipulating that the governor must prepare and lay budget before the House, which now creates the avenue to incur expenditure. All the arms of government must work together to ensure economic growth and human development. We also need to know that the infrastructure of the state is crucial, and the position of Lagos State is germane in Nigeria and its West African suburb. Being the 5th largest economy in Africa, everything must be done to sustain the leadership quality of Lagos State in all spheres. However, fallout of the budget has led to the series of negative publications on social media and in the print media, which are being sponsored by a faceless group calling themselves the Legislative Probity and Accountability, led by one Olufajano artist pseudonym. This started immediately the executive and legislative issue came up in respect of 2019 budget, which means that such could not be ruled out to have emanated from this faceless group. A section of the media has even been mischievously misled into sensationally writing all manners of write-ups against this assembly. Some of our friends in the media are personalizing the issue, thereby misinforming the public. The fact of the matter is that the issue is between one arm of government and another. What was at stake then was nothing but matter of appropriation. Unfortunately, no one from the executive has reason to refute the baseless allegation. Since no one has come up to address this, it is incumbent on us then to come forward and debunk the allegation as such. I use this medium to challenge the faceless group to prove that this assembly has been collecting 800 million naira per month as alleged. In the same vein, this is also an opportunity to shed more light on the unsubstantiated allegations regarding financial misappropriation, which is clearly well-orchestrated campaign to disrepute my character and integrity as Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, and by implication, tarnish the image of legislative arm of the state's government. It must be known that the monthly running cost of Lagos State House of Assembly covers the entire expenditures of the House, comprising the 40 elected legislators and the administration of over 700 staff. It includes sundry items such as travels, training, both local and overseas, office running and maintenance, vehicles, entertainment, publicity, security protocols, logistic and administrative costs, among others. Dear Lagosians, as an arm of government, we are not at all with the governor over anything. Rather, we are diligently playing our roles in contributing to the transparent and accountable governance that has made Lagos envy of all and a model frame of reference in terms of development in this political dispensation. We need to remind ourselves that democracy is It's about institution, and we must all learn to protect these. We must not, in whatever circumstance, derogate or smear this institution. Failure to do so will affect our democracy. Nevertheless, may I call on the governor that with few months to go, he should endeavor to attend to urgent needs of Lagosians, especially by addressing the inner roads of the state, as well as the issue of environment. We should be cognizant of the fact that the essence of democratic governance is that people remain the object of development. With the remaining part of this tenure of ours, more can still be done to ease socio-economic problems, and particularly on finishing all roads projects and rehabilitation, provision of housing, making sure that environment is clean, and poverty alleviation programs embarked upon before the end of this administration. As we hope that year 2000 budget will be of great benefits to the people of Lagos, we however appeal to His Excellency and Lagosians to give sufficient time to enable the House to go through the job on financial document that has great influence on the lives of the people. The Assembly will not delay the passage of the budget, but we will be interested in placing high premium on the need to ensure that the interests of Lagosians are protected socio-economically and politically. We are your representatives here at the House of Assembly, and we are duty bound to do justice to every sector of the state economy. May I use this medium, however, to appeal to everyone, especially Lagosians, to be law-abiding as we prepare for the general election. I urge us all to come out en masse to support the continuation of the good jobs of our party, the All Progressive Congress, has embarked on since the beginning of our administration by voting for all our candidates at all levels in the forthcoming election as we move on to the next level. At the same time, I want to thank my colleagues for standing on the side of the people at all times. At all times, I appreciate your efforts, I cherish your support, and I wish you all the best in life. Your support has always been an inspiration and source of strength for me. I commend your courage and perseverance. We will remain united, focused, and determined until our expectations are realized. My sincere commendation also goes to the Clerk of the House and the entire staff for performing their responsibilities with sense of patriotism and loyalty. I thank everybody here in this chamber and all Lagosians for your support and resilience. And we appreciate the fact that you believe in us, and we will not let you down. We will take you to the promised land. It is a mandate we cannot but fulfill. Once again, I thank you all for coming, and I wish us a fruitful year 2019. Ìtẹ̀síwájú ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. I say thank you very much for listening. You are all welcome. Yeah. I think before the last item on the other paper, we have to seek the indulgence of His Excellency because we used to allow him to go before us. But from the past experience, we have realized that immediately His Excellency is on his way out, the LSHA becomes something else. So this time around, we will do the adjournment and we'll step out, then the governor will follow, then our guests will also follow, just to maintain our orderliness in the chamber. Thank you very much. Majority Leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, before my last motion of the day, I wish to first move that order 114 earlier activated be deactivated. I so move.
Honorable Olu,
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the motion as moved.
all in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it.
Right Honorable Speaker, having completely dealt with the business of the day, which is presentation of budget, I wish to move with the approval of the Right Honorable Speaker that this House adjourns till 12th of February at 10 o'clock. I so move.
Honorable Ishao.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second the motion as moved by the leader. Thank you.
Before the question is put, please remember, after the adjournment, the Speaker will follow the Sergeant at arms, the Governor will follow, then the rest can follow accordingly. Please. All in favor say aye. Those against nay, the ayes have it. This House stands adjourned till Tuesday, 12 February 2019 at 10 a.m. prompt. I rise.